Charlotte runs on banks. It turns out AI search runs on directories more than any other city that we studied. When Perplexity cited its sources for a Charlotte law firm, only half of them pointed at an actual law firm's website. That's the lowest share we saw in the entire study that we did. The rest came straight from super lawyers at about 14%, and Justia was close behind at about 13%. I mean, we read 2,527 real Charlotte answers across every practice area through all four AI tools. The names that surfaced looked exactly like you'd expect from a banking city. In criminal defense, Arnold and Smith took more than a fifth of every answer on its own, with Roberts Law Group and Powers Law Firm just behind it. In intellectual property, it was Moore and Van Allen, Alston and Bird, and Parker Poe claiming all three spots. In tax, it was Moore and Van Allen and Parker and Poe again. In real estate, Robinson Bradshaw and K&L Gates led the pack. Now, the top three firms in a typical Charlotte category pulled about 30% of all the mentions, with roughly 60 other firms trailing behind. I mean, probate and products liability stay wide open, so if those are your practice areas, you're safe. Here's the part we're sitting with if you're not one of the names above. In a lot of cities, a strong specific website can partly make up for a thin directory present. But in Charlotte, it punishes that strategy harder than almost anywhere else we looked. You could spend a year rebuilding your homepage and you might move the needle, let's say 5%. Spend an afternoon completing your super lawyers and Justia profiles, and you're addressing the thing that actually decides the answers about half the time when someone searches for an attorney using AI. Now, that's not a guess. That's just what our sourcing data points to. So the order of operations here matters. Super lawyers first, then Justia, then best lawyers, Avo, and Martindale behind those. Fill in every category and every field on each one, because a profile with 3 fields completed reads as barely more credible than no profile at all. Keep your name, address, and practice areas matching exactly across every listing. Then go ahead, run the search in each of the AI tools yourself and see where you come up, because the tools don't necessarily agree with each other. We saw that about 6% of the time here. Same as the national pattern. I mean, even while the sourcing itself skews this hard towards directories, it's not always the same. Listen, somebody got charged with something on a Friday night in Charlotte, and they're going to ask AI who the best defense lawyer in the city is before Monday morning. Half the time, that answer is going to come from a directory listing, not a law firm's website. So whatever your directory listing says right now is already the answer that AI is giving. Go ahead, make it better, do it right now.